Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Alicia's Life and Coffee. Get ready, it's a full edition of Easter and how I planned this big meal for a family of 5 attempting to have leftovers. Yeah, watch. So I don't know about y'all, but I have a hard time cooking a lot of food. I always cook just enough, like just enough for that meal and maybe enough for my husband to take food for lunch or for like everybody to have a second. But like making massive amount of food just has never been my ministry. But hold on, the children or the teenager just interrupted my peace while cooking.
It's literally just $9. And she only had the little caskets of quantities for like
Jesus! Jesus said patience. Jesus said patience is a virtue. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find the patience in my heart to ignore you while I cook the food. Jesus.
Go need you.
Oh my God.
And she keep going. And she keep going.
Oh my God. Mommy, get your get your grandchild.
Fine, but you acting.
Now, all I was trying to do was film my content for my people. And here she go asking about crawfish on Easter Sunday while I'm cooking a whole smorgasbord. Here y'all see my leg of lamb with my special rub that I put together and my fresh rosemary. And she asking me to DoorDash some crawfish. Like, what? Anyways, my point was I've had a hard time cooking for the masses, like cooking a lot of food. Obviously, I went from cooking for 3, me and my girls, then my mom, and then now my husband, and trying to have leftovers and lunch. It is such a struggle for me. So for Easter, I did a leg of lamb. I did some wings. I know, because my youngest doesn't like random meats, so I knew she wasn't going to like the lamb, so I made some wings. I made my mac and cheese, aka my Aunt Sandra's recipe, but that's how I do it, okay? So the white powder you saw is actually garlic powder, but it's the granulated, so it comes out looking like flour, but I like it. I feel like it's more robust. Anyways, I wanted to talk about how hard it has been trying to make bigger amounts of food, because although I'm buying a lot of food, but like when I actually prepare it, like technically when I make 2 cups of rice, I probably should really be doing 4. But then when I do 4, I feel like they don't eat it all. So it's like, I don't know. And I hate wasting food. And maybe that's what some of it is. I don't like throwing food away. Oh, and also that creamy melt cheese made our mac and cheese a little creamier. And I don't really like, this is another little tidbit, spray in the pan before I put it on the mac and cheese. Because I used to just put the foil on top and then some of the cheese would come off and it would make me mad. Because everybody you want those brown little pieces, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm telling you, since I switched to putting beef broth in my greens instead of chicken broth, chef's kiss with your smoked turkey neck, of course. But anyways, this was just the most random video. I just wanted to put it together for Easter because I love cooking on Sundays. Like, I actually enjoy cooking in general, but on Sundays, it just gives a different vibe. And I've always been one to do 2 different or sometimes 3 different types of sweet potatoes. So, of course, I did the old school kind of mashed ones with marshmallows, and I don't know why these clumped together. I guess because they got warm sitting on the counter while I was cooking. And then I just made some sliced ones with some glaze. You know, you gotta add some butter, whatever, let them brown. And then I used another recipe from my other aunt, my Aunt Erica. She calls it cornbread cake or corn cake or whatever. It's basically her recipe with a little bit of extra things to it that I started adding. It's just good old Jiffy. I know that's controversial. I also like that other brand. I can't remember. It starts with a K. I like that Kruskus. I don't know. Anyways, but I'll tell y'all this. Doing the extra eggs, I ain't gonna tell you the secret, but just pay attention to what's happening on the screen, okay? That's all you gotta do. But thank you for subscribing to me, for watching this far, for enduring this journey with us, our journey to 500 subscribers, to see what happens once we get there, because we don't know, right? We're just making content. I have more content to come. Look at all this food, and it still barely lasted till Monday, y'all. Barely. Oh, and that's the cornbread. Look at that. Look at that butter dripping down. It barely lasted. And then I just made like a little random. We barely had enough barbecue sauce. I don't know how I made that mistake. Now, I will say I underestimated the lamb. So it came out delicious, of course. However, I probably should have took it out like 20 minutes before we did, because it was parts that were, in my opinion, a little too well done for my liking. But Everything turned out delicious. This is everything. Of course, I had to do a taste test. Now, I will tell you, I ended up eating lamb after this because the lamb was still like piping hot. Or no, did I take it out yet? I don't know. Anyways, y'all, I'm enjoying creating content for y'all. I enjoy doing voiceovers even more. Oh, this is the leg of lamb. Come on. Come on. See, the thermometer says poultry, so really we should have took it out a little sooner, but I needed it to be a little browner on top. Oh, and then my mom, we like to do yeast rolls back in the day. Say, hey, Mom. Look at her looking all cute in her pearls. She wanted to be on camera. Excuse the kitchen. Obviously, I was cooking. That's the downstairs kitchen, so that's the lamb. She used to do homemade yeast rolls, and then we started just getting the store-bought kind, but anyways, they're a delicious addition to dinner. And then of course, we had to have a little dessert. Nobody felt like baking nothing or making a pie, but that's the strawberry shortcake from Wegmans. And hope you had a great Easter.